So yeah, it's good. Is it good?
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. Call us in.
Yeah.
Let us know how you think it looks right now. We know you. It's live. Everyone's watching. It's it's a professional setup.
Is that what it like? Can you tell me what this is?
Yeah. So what
it looks like it's like almost like a beautician might use it.
Wait, do you not know what a ring light is?
I haven't seen this.
You've never seen what we're looking at right now.
I think I've probably seen it, but like most of the time I see it in like a bathroom.
Okay, Hardy, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was the last time you were in a bathroom 1964?
With a ring light?
With a ring light.
You know what's so great is, great to be back here on the Apple Hour.
Well, thanks for coming. You have a busy day.
I respect the shit out of your ability to communicate with me without hitches, by the way.
Well, because
I know you probably are like, this guy's fucking annoying at times, but you seem to just go, I know that's part of who he is as a human.
And it's also part of the charm.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a part of the Hardy
that.
package.
Yeah,
I know. You came on time once.
That was my best.
You've been substantially late each time. You're getting later and later. And you told me, you're like, I got so much going on today. And I was like, he might come early.
Dude, I go to you the other day, I go, yeah, I really gave up on that on time. And you were like, that was over immediately. And then I just texted you. I go, my customary 15 minutes behind, which I thought was a great text.
It was a hilarious text.
Yes, and you were like, I've already built it in.
Yeah, it's already in my schedule.
Yeah. You have it in. Mostly though, I'll won't respond sometimes for like a day or two, and I think this short circuits most of the population.
But I've talked to you for so long.
Yeah.
I know that's going to happen. So I text you Monday night because I know I'm not going to get an answer till roughly Wednesday afternoon, possibly Thursday morning. And we record on Friday nights, afternoons.
It's brilliant. You've adjusted on the fly. Here's a man that knows what he's doing. Yeah, and then what I love, too, is I hadn't even texted you back. This is when I really knew you really got it, and you were just like next level. You texted me. I haven't even texted you back, and you texted me anyway about the B-Day.
Oh, yeah, I knew.
You were like, dude, it's your B-Day, and I hadn't even texted back the confirm.
You didn't.
See,
I triple texted you for your birthday.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, it's the B-Day, unreal, you big chump or something. And then I was like, oh shit, I haven't texted him back about the other, because that's how that's how fucking crazy my brain is sometimes. You know?
Well, I don't know what your workflow is, and I know I don't know what your workflow is.
Yeah.
So I just constantly pepper text.
You carpet bomb.
I just carpet bomb text because I know you'll answer. I just don't know when.
That's right. Yeah, you figured it out. You're like right there with some of the I could just tell. I was like, okay, Rich understands this at this point.
It's also, comics are arguably the worst texters in the world. I finally got Jonathan Land on the pod last week.
Yeah, Land.
Took 3 weeks. He has no job. It took 3 weeks to get him on. He has no following. He has no performances. He's not on the road. He's just a guy who left me on red for 5 days.
He goes, he's just a guy. I love that. Yeah, he's not TikTok famous like you these days.
I mean, very few are.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you, I almost sent that video to you, and I was like,
my own video.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, Apple, look at this.
Like I didn't know.
Yeah, like you hadn't seen how many fucking views it got. I was like, this is fucking wild.
Dude, I started a new job this week. They're trying to talk to me about how things work there. I'm like, hey, excuse me? I'm getting more likes on the 2 videos.
Can I ask you, does your back pep, you get a little pep in the step maybe a little bit with a couple vids with that many? Maybe a little bit. Come on.
Okay, for those...
I'm really entrapping you here. I'm like, come on, Rich.
For those 3 days, I was the biggest comic in the world. For those 3 days. It's been 9 days since my last one went well. I do 1 a day. And let me tell you something, Hardy, I've never been lower.
It's caught up with you again, hasn't it?
It's a roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah. But so you said it lasted for like 3 days.
So my first
You're
one,
high, yeah.
Well, because if you're not watching my TikToks, we know you all are. I mean, it's got
you gotta
500,000 views, 2 of them, and then the rest got 1,000 views collective.
Yes, but you had been pumping out videos for a little while now, and hadn't really popped. I mean, maybe you
playing with the landscape, and I was
like, brilliant terminology. Playing with the.
Well, I'm in the industry.
Because, by the way, if you are on my TikTok, Matty Tick, I am also playing with the landscape right now.
But what's crazy about your TikTok is that you don't have a smartphone.
That's actually brilliant. Yeah.
I have no idea how you're adding the filters or the effects because you literally don't have the technological ability.
Yeah, so it is like I just have like a burner iPhone. That's like actually what it is. At my apartment, I have an iPhone. It's like an old iPhone, right?
Okay.
But it doesn't have like a you can't call it. It's like an iPad almost.
I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. where I'm starting to get lost on what you're saying is that your smartphone is essentially a landline because it can't leave the house.
Yes, it's like a landline, but you can't call it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
But how does it? Does
Wi-Fi.
that data?
No, yeah, you can. No. But on an iPhone, as long as you can get on Wi-Fi, then you can use the apps and stuff.
It's crazy how. Yes, you're like another level of technology ahead of me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So that's how you're connecting on, is just purely through Wi-Fi.
Yes, I can only TikTok when I have Wi-Fi.
This defeats the entire purpose of the app.
So I'm glad you brought this up because I've noticed that whenever I'm doing anything worthwhile, like TikToking, I don't have a phone.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like I went surfing a couple weeks back, and I was like, I can't fucking TikTok this, you know?
It's literally the first thing I thought of when going through all your TikToks, which, by the way, even though they're confined to your home, they are insane. A+ talks.
They're insane. I'm glad you appreciate them. Yeah.
But then again, one of your first talks, it was Juan sitting outside the Lincoln Center AMC.
So that I brought the phone out.
Okay.
Took a video, came back and edited it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still ridiculous, you know. It's still a lot. Like, and I don't want to break up the way I have my flip phone going. But you've now successfully, after playing the landscape, had a nice pop here.
But let me bring this up to you.
I mean, this is huge.
I don't know if you've noticed. I have an iPhone 13 now.
Oh, is this the new?
This is the new digs.
This whole thing.
I had the iPhone 8 before.
Okay.
I mean, it's 5-6 years of technology. So I go onto TikTok with the iPhone 13.
Yeah.
Everything I was doing before was something with the pixels, completely more zoomed in than I thought it was.
Really?
Because on the 8, it looks normal, but on the 13, it's all distorted. So I'm going viral with a distorted green screen in back of me. So now I thought I fixed it.
Really?
I'm like, I'm going to hit 1 million views. Fucking nothing.
Because you think because of the distortion.
It's something to do. But then again, people are posting things that I don't know the algorithm.
Yeah. Well, you got something. It's weird, man. To get something, I got to tell you, it feels like you must have felt like this too. It feels like firing in the dark.
Well, the first one that went viral, I wasn't going to post because I was like, all right, the past week, this just hasn't worked.
I love it. And then you went for it.
And I just, because I'm not kidding, it takes me about 3 minutes to do these. So it took me 3 minutes, and it's actually the worst looking one, the first one that went viral.
God.
Which kind of defeats what I just said.
Yeah, but I mean, it must be living. Those 3, not like, what were you doing those 3? You get, like, you ordering food. You were just pumped up. You're at your job, like, listen, Why don't I take it from here?
Well,
have you seen my last video? You know, you're going into 7-Eleven, cutting the line.
You might know me from TikTok. I
talk
about Casey Musgraves for 13 seconds.
Facts, but like if you have like something that's over 200,000 people seeing it, I don't give a shit. There has to be part of you that goes, all right, well, that's a lot of peeps. Like, turn the clock back 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. The only people who are having... Now, this is just more common now. I get that. But the only people that are having that many people see them do something are, like, celebrities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just so many people.
Yes, I get that. But it's still... Part of you still has to be like, this is kind of odd.
It was very odd. And also, people are commenting. I almost threw up. That's how...
Yes!
That's how excited I am.
Ah! Could you imagine I came over here like vomiting in the bathroom? You're like, I'm a sensation.
You're like, my TikTok just hit 100K. Imagine everyone's throwing up.
Because they're just not used to the fame.
Not used to it.
Oh my God, I can't handle this.
Nothing gets to your head, I'll be honest. Because like we'll go back to your analogy. Is that an analogy? What you used?
The
10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Is just like analogy? It's just
yeah.
Is that how that's used?
Yeah. What is that?
Maybe just.
That's a great question. I think
an example. Might just be an example.
Perspective.
Ooh,
it's perspective for sure. I don't know if it's it's a contrast. I gave you some contrast.
You gave me a lot of contrast. If that's the correct word, which I don't think it is. But it sounds good.
It does sound good. It's true though. It's just to heighten the perspective, right? That's all. No one. Yeah. Like, listen, the 80s, the 90s. Like, again, the internet changed all this. I get that, but like, people just did not know who you were, generally speaking, and everyday Joes were not being seen obviously that much.
Of course,
right?
But. If you got those views back then, 10, 15 years ago, you went out in public, some people, not that many, but some people would recognize you.
Yeah.
The problem is we're all getting this amount of views now, and no one knows us. But we still have the ego of someone that would be. That's the problem.
That's so funny. There's just like all these like TikTok, like social media, YouTube, famous, kind of like getting a ton of views.
Yes.
And they're all like, listen, where's my salad? You know, like I ordered it an hour ago. You know, have you seen the Happy Hour? And they're like, listen, like the guy over there has gone viral fucking 4 million times with his black lab. You know, dog.
Yes.
The girl over here does makeup. She's got 48 million. So you know what it is? It's kind of weird. It does, in a way, pull out of how much there's actually a fame associated with it.
Yeah, it's
a watering down, but that still doesn't change that technically 200,000 people saw you do that. Right? Is that not technical?
A little bit over.
Yeah, touch more, right? See, I love that. That's good ego.
No big deal. A little bit more. I'm doing fucking Tiny Cupboard tomorrow. They're gonna be like, "How do you want me to bring you up?" I'll be like, "Tell them I got 225,000 views 9 days ago."
9 days ago. That's brilliant. So
9
specific. Days. Yeah, dude. I got just as an aside, I got recognized last night, like barking outside.
No
this
way.
guy was like, "Yeah, hey, you're a comedian, right?" And I was like, "Oh." Then I told, and he had seen me at Harlem Nights.
There you go.
And I've been telling everyone this story. I went on stage and told this story. That's how much I loved this ego validation. I'm like, this guy recognized me. I can't stop.
No,
that's so funny.
But that's what we're going for. Like, also, that's what we're going for. Let's be honest.
Where you are trying to get fans.
We're trying to get fans. It happened to me. I auditioned for Late Night at the Comic Strip.
Oh, did you get?
You know like you do it at midnight in front of fucking.
Is that right? Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
I remember the lottery system. I remember that.
You do the lottery system, and then you perform at like midnight, 1 a.m. to whoever's there.
Yeah.
I did it, and then I didn't
whoever's there.
It's truly whoever. It's people that sat through 4 hours of comedy. Why you're still there?
That's like a fun side name for comedy. Whoever's there.
Whoever's
Who do you
left.
Yeah, who would I perform for? Whoever's there.
That was my life for 2.5 years.
Yes.
I performed for whoever was there.
So you did that and someone saw you?
So I do the audition, didn't get it, told me I don't know how to write a joke. And then the next day,
This is the most comedy story ever.
I'm sitting outside Greenwich Village Comedy Club waiting for the open mic to start.
Yeah.
Which I used to wait an hour and a half before the mic started to get the first spot.
Jesus.
I was sitting there, the line started forming,
Yeah.
and then these two, like, regular-looking women came up and were
Yeah.
like, you were at the comic strip last night. And I said, yes. And they said, you were the best person on the lineup. Which...
How long does that sustain you for? Me?
It happened in 2018, and it lasted until I got those 250,000 views on that one video.
You've been riding that since.
Because let's be honest, not much has happened since. I hosted at AC Comedy Club and forgot all the comics' names. I got beer bottles thrown at me. I've been booed.
You got beer bottle. Yeah. Dude, yeah, well, we all go through the fucking ringer. I heard that because I actually didn't know. I didn't love my Harlem Nights set. So this was another, like, universe kind of God moment of, like, yeah, take it easy, buddy. Like, you were fine.
But go.
Well, I was saying, like, when he said that, I know what you're going to say, too. Harlem Nights is kind of wonky. But
yes.
when he said that, I was like, and it is. But when he said that, it's fantastic. Rashad's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Rashad Bashir.
Yes.
Right, yeah, fantastic
What a guy.
host.
Holy mackerel.
Also, he
Great
got the hell
person.
of a program.
He really is. You know what he said to me? He was like, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, that's like just like a stand-up guy, right? So this guy says that to me. One, I like looking around the peeps and going, oh, yeah, no prob, you know? Like the other comics.
Oh, okay.
We're all standing outside. Colin, more people on the show.
Chip Cup.
Yes.
Shout out Chip Cup.
That's right. So if you get recognized in a group of like 4 or 5 comics, you got to really let that settle in. Don't respond right away to the guy. You know? Kind of let it sift through let it kind of bounce around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Maybe even wait for one of your buddies to respond. Your comic buddies.
Oh, you just hold the person there?
Yeah,
You're like, hold on. Fucking Nate isn't here yet. Just fucking hold on.
Give me a second. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Harlem. Yeah, that's awesome, man. But for me, when he said it, I got to tell you, that's something like that. That's a 2 to 3 month sustainer sometimes.
Yeah.
You can revisit that. One, because someone's just being nice. That's always nice
They
to
didn't
see.
have to go out of their way to say this.
No, that's nice. So you're like, Jesus, that's nice. And then 2, you get kind of the local community feel where this guy saw me somewhere nearby. Then he came in and watched the whole show.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, man, this is unreal. But just to bring it back to what we were saying before, which was the less spiritual angle of it, was the validation was like, I kept talking about it. So that's why I think it's funny, like with the TikTok views, like something like 200,000 people seeing you or like whatever it is. There's no way around the like, the like, oh, this is this is unique. Less unique now, but
right.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If a day the podcast gets 15 or more downloads, you can't stop me. There's nothing you could do. I'm like Mario that takes the star. Everything that hits me just bounces off. I'm like, yeah, fucking 15 people downloaded my shit today, bitch. Fuck off. And then,
yeah, well, dude, that's I fucking love that because I'm the same way. But like, it's for Miller, the baby shower pod, when we do that, and it's like if it hits 30 views on YouTube,
forget about it.
I'll call Miller. He's like, you gotta stop calling me with like very pedestrian numbers, and I'm like, listen, Miller, this is a nice little notch for us.
It's a good benchmark.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, this is performing well, And he's like, oh, all right, I gotta go.
Just listen, Miller. You quit your job. You broke up with your girlfriend. You had a quarter-life crisis. Take the 30 views.
Yes, take them. But I like, Steve Martin said this once, and I think there is a little bit of danger in it, but like, you could tell me what you think. He said there's nothing wrong with like blowing yourself up with delusions of grandeur or like happiness when you have something go well.
This is my problem with what you just said.
Right, because there is a dark side.
When it comes to people like us, who actually do well, this means a lot.
Yeah.
95% of people pursuing this art form have zero talent.
Oh yeah, this.
So even a chuckle, a single person in an audience of 1,000 chuckle, they'll be like, "That's it."
Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to be delusional, but right. But you want you want to. I actually notice now, and that's for me. If I buy in too much, though, to that stuff, I know it's going to cost me on the backside. So it's like the Bill Belichick model. You ever see like Bill Belichick or Nick Saban win anything?
Yeah, they're furious.
Yeah, they're almost mad. Like they don't, and it's like, oh yeah, they don't get too high and they don't get too low, right? Because if you buy into the like, oh, I'm the man, I'm the shit now.
Right.
When you don't, it doesn't go well. Now you've tied all your fucking self-esteem into the result.
And it's I just feel like it's so tough to use these people as examples because Steve Martin's one of the greatest comedians ever. Bill Belichick and Nick Saban are two of the greatest coaches to ever live. And we're talking about people that legitimately are homeless.
Yeah, there's the expansive open micers.
Right, it's people that have no talent that are like, no, you don't understand. Steve Martin. It's like, yes, but Steve Martin has talent.
Yes. Absolutely. But it does. It boosts you up when you get your. I saw that when you got your TikToks, and I was like, man, I got to keep at it. You got to keep at it, You got
to keep at it, but and also, my buddy texts me. I don't talk to this person ever. Haven't seen him 5-6 years. Texting me, he's like, "You just came up on my TikTok." I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Hells yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, you were right after this gay guy with no limbs who does makeup." And I was like, "All right."
Is there anything else?
What algorithm am I in? What does the TikTok algorithm think I'm doing?
Yeah. How does that work? Do you know how that goes? I don't even know how that goes.
I mean, technically, I never show a limb. I only show my face.
Yeah.
So the algorithm might think I have no limbs. But I'm not doing makeup.
No. You have the makeup.
I do have the makeup ring light.
Yeah, ring light, which I literally did not know.
That's insane how you've never seen a ring light. That you've been this many years into production and comedy and you've never seen a ring light.
I don't think we use, but that's perfect for the phone. Is that
it's made for like TikToks and podcasts and stuff like that.
That's a sick move.
Shout out Goose Island.
Goose Island
paid for it.
Wow.
Got that Amazon gift card when I did that thing for them.
That's great. Oh man, you're flying high.
Flying.
What we go can't stop me. What other stuff were you doing when you got that first video popped and you almost puked?
Well, that was also the same time I was leaving my job.
Oh, wait, did you leave?
Yeah.
Oh, I
started a new job.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Hells yeah.
Yeah, so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So like I already wasn't going to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
That popping off as I wasn't going to do a lot of work. Oh. There was nothing causing me to do work. There was no incentive anymore.
You were done.
I was done. Here's the crazy thing about these views.
Two of them, too.
2 of them, no big deal. In 3 days. Yeah. Don't ask me about the rest.
In 9 days.
And what was I going to say? I know what drives the algorithm is commenting, like people making comments on your videos.
Oh, okay.
Why in the world would people comment on the video? That's like, I guess I don't understand that. And that's why we're not like more successful on these platforms.
Yeah, you and me both. Because I think I've commented a whole total of 1 times
in
my life.
Yep.
On something. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know when people comment, why they comment. I think they're probably trying to like connect. Maybe, oh hey, I did this and that.
I think it's the opposite. I put that Casey Musgraves thing up. People were like, "Don't you dare talk about Casey Musgraves like this."
Yeah, so
then people would comment to them and say, "You are a liberal, bitch, and we will take you." I was like, "What?
I gotta be
This was
honest.
an SNL joke.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a Casey Musgraves joke."
There's a lot of narcissists and wild people on there just fucking around.
Do you think it's fake?
No, I think a lot of it's well, what do you mean by fake? A lot of it's like genuine outrage.
I think these accounts might be fake.
Well, there's that too. Because I got to be honest, I follow like a ton of super hot chicks. Okay. I really can't figure that thing. All I do on TikTok is follow really hot women.
Okay.
And like fake accounts are popping up that are following me. They're just like numbers.
Oh,
like,
yes. User.
Yeah. They're just fake as hell. So
right.
There's definitely fake stuff.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. This is what I really think.
Yeah.
I think because TikTok is a Chinese app,
yeah,
China knows to feed into our egos. So all of these accounts that are liking and following are just to boost American egos to make us counterproductive.
Oh, fascinating. So you just think there's like it's just like a ton of like BS.
Yes, but to counter my own argument, why aren't we more successful? Like that, then everyone should get this engagement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there might be some of that going on, but I don't think it's I don't think it's all that much. You know,
I don't know.
Some people are getting like tons and tons of views, like, but you can see like they weren't for a while. You know, like I think the most I've gotten on something's like 600. You know, like for a while. So like, I think there might be some of that, but
I mean, we know what works there, right? It's hot girls and dogs.
Yeah,
and also cringe stuff.
That stuff works for sure. But if you're gonna do it like I still think. This is gonna be like not everyone's favorite take, but I think there is a certain amount of like there is a certain amount of it's like filmmaking stand up.
Yes,
because it's immediate like stand up, but it's video creation.
No. And so, people are putting a lot of effort into the TikTok. Some people.
Yes, absolutely. And some of them are fucking incredible. I follow some of these comedians. One guy is like this football coach, and he just like makes fun of the players.
He's like, I see two of them. Okay. Are you talking about the film guy?
Yeah, he goes, "You pissed on your leg. Now I got to go on that."
That guy's amazing.
He's unbelievable.
He uses clips. It'll be Monday. He'll use clips from the Sunday night game, and he has like the apparel on.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how did you even have this ready?
Yeah, that's facts. You know, I'm so glad you know him, and he's so funny.
He's very good.
He's like, oh, so now you come over here and like you can't break down. You're not an athlete. You piss on your leg. Here's your teammate. He follows you down. Now I got to find the new safety. Like he's just like
he's so spot on too on how exactly a position coach talks to the players that fucked up.
Yes, it's unbelievable. So like, that's right. He's a guy that like. I don't know. He's like, it's just, there's a fun, but there's a creative aspect to it that's like, that's immediate, kind of like stand up. Like you'll get feedback right away.
Right.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot. I mean, I think, yes, you can go viral doing like some quote unquote, but I still think when you do that, you can't be a total idiot.
I don't know what that means.
It means you do have to have some kind of you have to like put together some amount of purpose and intention to what you're doing for people to see it. Yeah.
Like you have to be able to identify patterns of success.
Yes. Right? Like, even if you are being the Hooters of TikTok, you're still Hooters.
Right.
Hooters had to figure a few things out.
Right. I
You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't know exactly what that example means.
It means like, even if you're just hot, not everyone that's hot has a gazillion views. And some people that are hot certainly don't have millions of views.
Yes.
They may only have like some views over here. You have to have figured something out to get like that amount of attention.
Yeah, you have to find, you notice what works, and you have to like deviate a degree from that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, which you've done.
I just took it from Mehul Patel. Shout out Mehul Patel, my co-producer on on my shows, because he does every day on his Instagram. He takes a screenshot of the Wall Street Journal and he'll post it on his story, just making fun of the headline.
Yeah,
and he has executives messaging him like, "Oh, that's funny. Yeah, like I look forward to this."
Okay.
So I thought, okay, I don't know finance, but I know bullshit pop culture, and that pays more than knowing finance. Right. So that's why I did this.
Yeah. And and it's great. That's what's and now you're fucking.
Now I have a new job that isn't comedy or content creation, but I'll make a lot of money hopefully.
Yeah, eventually, maybe. You know,
well,
get people into the Happy Hour.
Well, because last time you were here, we were talking about jobs.
Oh my God.
And you worked. So I got a sales job. I'm doing software sales now.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh okay. I did that. So crazy.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong with this story, Hardy. First time we ever had like a one-on-one conversation. I don't know if you remember this.
Wow.
We were on the L train coming back from a mic in Williamsburg on a Friday night.
Really?
And you were...
Oh, I sort of remember this.
You were and we got stuck for a while.
Yes. Okay.
And your beard was shorter also. But it's neither here nor there. And you were working at Thomson Reuters.
Wow. Was that like that weird Triumph bar, like the back of that place or something, maybe?
It's the only seasonal mic in the world, because it was in a greenhouse which was attached to a sports bar.
Seasonal mic.
It was a seasonal mic. It couldn't last 5 out of the 12 months out of the year because it was too cold.
Seasonal mic is one of my favorite things going right now.
Well, now because of the pandemic, they're a thing.
Yeah, well, but also like they're kind of year round. Like seasonal went out. Everything went outside.
Right.
It's not even seasonal. It's just permanent outdoor comedy.
But back in October 2019,
it was seasonal.
It was a crazy concept. A seasonal mic?
That's what I'm saying. It was incredible.
It was one of the best mics in the city.
That's what I'm saying. That little greenhouse, the little roof open, get a nice little breeze.
Oh my God, the most comfortable in
Yes.
terms of environment, like meteorological environment. Mics.
This seasonal piece. I remember that.
You
dude.
remember? Yeah, it was a great mic too.
Yeah,
You paid
football in the
$5 to
air.
go first. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not poor. Let's do it.
Yup. I remember that. Nice seasonal vibe. I had football on, I think. I think I did like a show one time there in the main, or maybe it was actually the mic went out into the main area one time, and they had a bunch of people there.
Yeah, because they thought regular people would sit and watch the mic, and boy, did that not work out.
That was a disaster. That was right before I moved. Wow. Right. So this was way back then. I was I starting at Thomson Reuters?
No, because I remember this. Because I was like, I like this guy's style. You were working at Thomson Reuters. You were there for a few months. And you were like, dude, they hate me there.
Yeah.
It
happened fast.
I was like, how? You're such a likable guy. Like, no one hates you. And you're like, I don't know, man, but my coworker, like my partner, hates me.
Yes.
She's like, I'm not doing enough work. And I was
Lee
like, well, how
Raiklin
many?
and Monica. Yep.
I was like, well, how much have you sold so far? And you're like, well, nothing. And I had no sales experience at the time. But I was like, you know what I think the problem is? That.
Yes. Yeah, and at the time, I don't know if I mentioned this to you at the time, I was like sleeping in most
You brought it up.
mornings till like noon, 1, sometimes 2, because I was doing comedy so late.
And you're a nocturnal lawyer.
Yes, which you know bled into that period of time at Thomson Reuters.
Right, and you're no longer really practicing nocturnal law, which threw me off.
I'm no longer practicing nocturnal law.
You told me, you're like, yeah, go to bed at like midnight, 1. I was like, oh my God. I was like, when did you get up? You're like, 10? I was like, that's so reasonable.
This has moved it's shifted way towards reasonability recently. Away from Nocturnal Lawyer, which is like got to be a series or a special, like Nocturnal Law. Practicing Nocturnal Law is so great.
I pitched in my TV show idea for you.
The Nocturnal Law.
Matt Hardy, Nocturnal Judge. And people just come in with their nocturnal cases.
Just like super late night cases.
Judge Hardy, how late is it to go to the supermarket and do a full supermarket purchase? You would be able to tell them, you're like, 1 a.m., no later. It's unacceptable. They're like, thank you, Judge Hardy.
Yeah, some guy broke his hand at a diner.
Right.
Come on
What's
in.
the scenario? Who's the defense?
That's right. What were you at, Soup and Burger? Where were you?
Soup and Burger.
Yeah, dude. But I wasn't, here's the thing, I wasn't like practicing law late at night. I was...
Well, at the time, I didn't know what you did. I just knew you had a JD, and you slept when the sun was up. So I combined those two things.
Yes. And at that point, like my baseball card, my resume, my measurables.
Your baseball card?
Yeah. I might have just made that up.
That's an amazing way to say your work history.
What's
your baseball card?
Yeah, dude. Like, what's the back? You know, my ribbies, my RBIs, my at bats.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Right? Couple dingers. What do you got? What are your numbers? My baseball card was insane. If you pop things on it, like you're finding out I'm a lawyer, but then I'm sober, but then I'm doing comedy, but then I'm from Connecticut, but then I'm doing like software sales.
But then you don't have furniture.
Yeah, but then I'm like moving and I live in a room behind the hair salon, and you're like, what? Which is that happened to me.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? That was my first place in the city. Was behind a hair salon named Athena.
Let's go back a little bit, because that wasn't your first apartment in the city. Your first apartment in the city was in downtown Brooklyn in a high-rise.
Yes, when I was in law school. That's correct.
Right, when you were practicing regular
Yeah. In my previous
daylight
life.
law.
Yeah. In my previous life. In my Matrix life.
Yes.
When I was plugged in.
And then you moved into the... I didn't know about the nail salon, I'll be honest.
Oh, my God, yeah. Well, that's on the baseball card. I literally I had to walk through a hair salon, a Greek hair salon, to get to the room in the back.
What neighborhood is this?
Astoria.
Oh.
They Mr. Matt. They would all be hanging out in the supply room. Oh, hey, Mr. Matt.
Wait.
The workers.
I'm not questioning who the people were hanging out in the supply room. I had a feeling I knew it was the employees. Where were you sleeping?
In this, so it was a single room. My parents called it the bachelor. It's like no kitchen.
Yeah.
Bathroom, though. I had my own bathroom.
Did you have your own bathroom, or was it your own bathroom after 7 and before 9?
Brilliant question. Okay. It was my bathroom. It was through my locked door. So it was not, they didn't have access to it.
Okay, I'm going to go even further back.
Okay.
How did you find this place?
Craigslist.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you nailed that.
Yeah, I didn't think a realtor brought you there.
Yeah, I went on Craigslist. This is a move, this is in a script now. Pomeroy and I have written. I went on Craigslist and put in like $800 maximum for rent.
Okay.
And then just went to the places that popped up.
I mean, that's a traditional apartment hunt.
Yeah.
You put in your max, and you went to look at the
but you can
apartment.
get some real deals. I think people...
Do you?
Yeah, I got one now.
Well, okay, we'll go to where you are now. Because where you are now, I didn't know until we FaceTimed, or we had that meeting which wasn't a meeting,
What
last
meeting?
May 2020, when Tom set it up. It was for someone's birthday, Ilya's birthday or Dan's birthday. And we did like a comic hang through Zoom. And then you popped on the screen and you had no furniture.
I got some now, but I didn't have a lot. Yeah.
You didn't have a lot? Or you didn't have any?
No, I may have had none. No, I had a desk.
You had a lot of books in back of you.
Yeah. Love books.
Okay.
They're hanging now.
Oh, the books are hanging now.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
I've moved way, like we've talked, I've moved way more towards reasonable.
Right, you've left the nocturnal lawyer land.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. I'm still going to flicks late night, and I'm still doing comedy somewhat late.
I mean, but that's you.
Yeah.
You know, that's just something you can't control. Mm-hmm. That's just a part of the DNA.
That's right.
Are there any places I'm afraid to ask? Wait, so there's a lot of questions I have. I really thought we were going to talk about jobs. This is why I love Hardy on the pod.
We were talking. Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about jobs.
We're not even. What time do we have? We're not even going to touch it. What other places did you look at before settling on the hair salon apartment? What places did you say this is unreasonable?
No, I think it was because I didn't have a job at the time.
You had no job.
Yeah.
This is before the nocturnal law began.
Yeah. This is how on the lam I was at the time.
Okay.
Right? And I don't think that's the right word, but let's.
No. But you were so confident because I broke that down in my head when you said it. So on the lam, and I was like, that on the land maybe? And even then I don't think it's right. Because being on the lamb makes no sense. It's a baby lamb. A lamb's a baby sheep, which we learned from Ilya Laxon.
Yeah, that's right. Not lamb. No, lamb. Yeah, on the lamb. Which I think that really means on the run.
At this point,
do you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I know what you're trying to get at, but these phrases just don't exist.
Oh God, that should be my fucking. I think that's what every audience leaves my sets thinking.
Well, they
I
knew
know
exactly
what he's getting at, but these things do not exist. Okay, none of these things exist with this guy. I know what he was getting at. You know, on the way home, I might use that, man. I might fucking say that out loud. I know what he's trying to. You know, like Christ. You know, you're in the car. I know what he's getting at. None of it is a thing.
You just turned on the radio? On the lamb? Do you know what that means? Then his wife's like on the run? And he's like, but that doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense at all. He was talking about moving out.
Right? He was trying to settle. The opposite of the run. But she's like, I know, but doesn't that still make sense? And he's like, it makes all the sense.
Honey, he was moving out. He was trying to settle. He can't be on the lamb. Turning the radio.
Yeah, he turns it back on.
He can't be on the radio. I know what he was getting at.
You've developed your own language. That's already a language, but it's not.
That's right. That's what I.
You talk like a serial killer. You're talking in all this Morse code where we think it's something.
Like the Lovely Bones. It's like
it's very much like the Lonely Bones.
I'm like cutting out weird R's, pasting them on ransom notes.
You're talking like a sphinx. You're as close to a sphinx as there is.
And everyone else is just left fending for themselves. But, again, what's key, I think we want to keep this in mind.
Okay.
Right? Is I know what he was getting at.
Right.
That's where I think the key is. As long as you know what I'm trying to get at, you might go, I think I know what he's getting at.
Do you know what you are? You're the human version of when you have to verify your password and it gives you like 7 letters, but one looks like an R but also a Q. That's what you are. You're like, God, I think I know what this is. Q? And they're like, that's what, yep, it was Q.
Yep, it was Q. Good. Yeah, because there's no bad blood. If you get it, we're pumped up for you.
Right.
That's right. It was Diet Coke. That's right. You were right on. You were right. No, you had it. You had it. Good for you. Good for you. It's not that crazy. You know, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yep. Dia, it's day. Spanish. Yep, you got it. It was a Q. You got it. I think that's an R. Is it a Q? Q. You got it. It's a Q. Just talking. Oh, God. So many people have told me this in my life. So many people at this point.
But it's a part of the charm, like I said.
Yeah, it's just madness. Yeah,
right, so how
on the
okay,
lamb.
So you were on the lamb.
Which we've now confirmed is not correct.
No.
But now I'm starting to like it. So now this is a new thing. I know how I work. I'm going to start using that. Don't you think it's kind of nice to use?
On the lamb?
Yeah, in ways that don't work.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
So I'm going out. Like you hit your buddy up. Listen, so I'm going out. Big Friday night. I'm on the lamb. It don't make sense, but it rips. Don't you think you're going to... I think you would probably use it, Rid.
It rips unreasonably hard.
Right? I know, that's what I knew. I fucking knew it.
Because at first I was like, no, only I understand Hardy. But I feel like if I said that to a buddy, he would know what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. He would go, oh my God, this is one fucking hell of a note. Yeah. I had to drop it in there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Yeah, he would probably, I think a buddy would probably go, wow, that's kind of, maybe I'll use that.
A year later, you're at a show. He's like, hey, great set, but I'm on the lamb. And you're like, oh!
That's my guy. I love it.
I started on the lamb.
I'm so far. This is how these things happen. I mean, come on, you know? I mean, on the lamb. Oh, God. You know what it is? Because it gives this kind of rebel, kind of lost cause.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're on the in on something you don't even know what it is. Like, who's saying on the... What subculture is saying on the lamb?
Right, you can't even pin what group of people are doing this.
Yeah, who would say that? No one.
It's not Greek. You're like,
it's not Greek. Jay-Z didn't come up with it. You know, not a hot black rapper.
Yeah, you haven't heard it. You haven't heard anyone say it for, like, going to get a plate of Ziti. You know? I'm heading out. I'm on the lamb. You know?
Wait, what about a plate of Ziti?
Like, maybe you're just going out to go get dinner, you know? Like, oh, I'm on the lamb. I'm getting a Ziti. I'm going...
I thought you were referring to all dinners as a plate of Ziti, which I'm also very into start calling.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
That's great.
Oh, that's brilliant. Just like, you're like, what are we doing for yeah.
It's like, what kind of Ziti you want tonight?
And you just mean food? Oh, that's killer. What kind of Ziti do you want?
In the South, all soda is Coke.
Is that right?
Yo, you didn't know this?
I didn't know that.
Any soda.
I love that.
You go into a Southern restaurant, you go, can I get a Coke? They go, what type? And you have to be like, I'll take a Sprite Coke.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen to us.
We're referring to Zitis and laying on the lamb. Or were we running on the lamb? No, we were laying on the lamb.
Laying on the lamb is wild. That's
Wait, what were we doing?
That's erotic. I was laying on the lamb. No, I was on the lamb.
On the lamb. You were on the lamb.
Dude, it was a Friday night. I'm on the lamb. I got the button down on. I'm actually going to throw this into the script. Literally, it's going
for a plate of Ziti.
The guy goes, it's so funny because basically none of these things happened. You took her to sushi.
In reality, yeah, you went to a very nice Mexican restaurant. It was very low-key. You didn't even have a drink.
got ready. I'm on the land. I took this baddie for a plate of ziti. None of these, basically, but you get the gist.
But you knew exactly what I meant.
That's right. You knew exactly. All the attitude is there. The spunk. Plate of ziti's brilliant. This is fun. Coming up with things is fun. I don't know if that's like what was supposed to happen.
Some people would argue that's the entire point of the comedic art form.
Yeah. Great point. Great point. Took her out for a plate of ziti. Someone's gonna be like, what is it, 1954?
A plate of ziti?
Yeah, I took this gorgeous little number out for a plate of ziti on Wednesday night. And they're like, what does that mean?
People are like, are you onto a hot ziti? Who's making ziti anymore? No one's made a ziti since 2004. I don't think I've seen ziti anywhere, honestly, since 2007.
Puke. Who's making?
Then you're going viral on talk.
Who's making ziti anymore? Is that not something people are doing anymore?
I don't think so.
I kind of believed you too, though. The way you said it, I was like, yeah, people don't make ziti anymore.
When's the last time you went out somewhere and someone ordered ziti? It's just not a thing anymore. I love ziti, but I never order it because it's just never a thing you order.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see anyone order ziti a lot.
Once my grandmother died in 2011, I've never seen someone order ziti. And before that was probably 2007 was the last time she even ordered ziti.
Yeah, like you never hear someone go, yeah, I'm thinking about the ziti.
You hear of this place? East Village?
Yeah.
The best ziti in the city.
Yeah.
No one's onto a ziti spot.
I don't think so. I don't think, because you hear like, maybe I'll get the burger. You
Yes.
go around the table. You never hear a guy coming up going, I'm really looking at the ziti. It's like, do you have a different menu?
You're like looking on the menu. Where do you see the ziti? But little do you know, that's the guy that created plate of ziti.
Right. He just means food in general. That's what he means by ziti.
He's like, yeah, I'll take a plate of ziti. What kind of ziti? I'll take the
nacho
the chicken
ziti.
tandoori. You're at an Indian place.
Oh, shit. Ziti's not a thing anymore. God, that's a bit. That, like, maybe Sebastian, but that's a bit. You might have to try. It sounds right, but I know it's not right.
I'm sure. I mean, because
Like-
it's so easy to make.
But, like, there's got to be places.
But no one's making it.
What does that mean? You think it's kind of like pre-made ziti?
Yeah, well, just no one. No one's just making ziti. If you go out to get pasta, where you're usually getting penny alla vodka,
Yeah.
gnocchi. Gnocchi's big now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. The kind of like upscale, fancy places, you don't see any weird ziti dishes there.
There's really no more like pizza pasta places anymore. You know what I mean? It's either you make pizza and you make it well, or you do Italian chicken parm, shrimp parm, and you have pastas associated.
Yeah,
But no one's really doing takeout pasta anymore.
No, it's not. It's not a big. I go to a pizza place for mine, and it does have ziti. I have got like
This is in Harlem.
yeah, Mama's Pizzeria. But I gotta be honest. I agree with you. I think maybe the last time I heard someone vocalize a ziti order might have been in the 80s.
I mean,
It might have been it might have been like like an off menu order even. Do you have ziti? Can I get a plate of ziti?
cut. My grandmother, who is a schizophrenic bipolar, would order ziti. So to me, I was like, so like no one really gets. Like this woman's talking to 17 people at once that don't exist and ordering ziti. So like no one really gets ziti, right? I was shocked they even made it for her. But maybe what I was seeing wasn't Ziti.
That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe she ordered Ziti, and they were like, no one fucking... And they just gave her whatever, and she was so fucking blasted into another universe that whatever she was eating wasn't Ziti. It was just fucking pasta.
Yeah, that could be the case. It might not have been Ziti.
Ah, fuck. Do I not know what Ziti is?
Now, if Ziti's one of those words, if you say too much, you start to not know if you've ever known what it is. Like Ziti, you know? Like
right.
Like, do you ever see Black Sheep with the roads? And he keeps saying roads. He's kind of high.
Yeah,
but
yes.
That's
yes,
that.
yes.
And it's like, wait, roads? Like, it's weird. Ziti, you can't say it too much.
Ziti. Sounds like an ancient city. Ziti.
It's not a thing. Ziti's gone.
Ziti's extinct.
That's a hot premise. You go up, Ziti's extinct.
You just don't see it anymore. But maybe it's out there still, you know? It's like one of those species where...
That's what it is.
It's not the woolly mammoth. It's like one of these species that we thought was dead. Then you went into the jungle one day and it was fucking right there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's still 100 Zitis left.
Right. They're endangered. We thought they were extinct, but maybe now that you told me it's in Harlem, maybe Ziti's endangered.
Ziti is in danger. Ziti endangered. Ziti is in danger of going out.
It's like Managote. No one orders Managote anymore.
Yeah, or Shells.
Shells is the perfect example.
Yeah.
Shells played such a crucial role in my life. From 1993 until like 2009, 2010, Shells played a very important role in my life. And you just don't see them anymore.
Yeah. No one's a real... Shells, and that's I love Shells.
I was up in Syracuse around the girlfriend's place.
Yeah.
They had Shells.
Really?
So maybe it's good to see some people are still like doing it.
Doing Shells. Yeah.
Right. It's like seeing people still doing glass work. It's like, it's irrelevant. No one's really going to buy this. But it's just nice to see the art form's alive still. You know?
You're that guy. It's nice to see someone still making shells.
I think I even asked the waitress. I was like, are these shells on the menu? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, it's great that you have them. I'll take the chicken parm.
It's nice to see. That's a great guy. The guy that's like, you'd like to see glasswork, glasswork. It's nice to see a plate of shells. Oh, someplace keeping the art form alive, the Ziti art form alive.
It's well, we don't know if Harlem Ziti art form's still alive.
Yeah, but it's actually, I got the Ziti. It sucked. So that's the problem, right? Is it's no good, People don't know. My mom will do a baked Ziti. That's what we'll do with Ziti.
Your mom will do a Ziti? What's she put in?
Baked Ziti. I mean, just baked Ziti. And it's like, different cheeses.
She'll do different cheeses.
Yeah.
Okay. She do peas at all in it?
No.
I've seen it once.
Yeah, she goes pretty plain. Like, it's unbelievable, but there's not a lot of stuff in it. It's not a lot of stuff in it.
But that's the beauty of the Ziti.
Yeah, that's right.
It's simple. It
is very simple. Once my mom made a Ziti for Christmas as an appetizer.
App Ziti?
Yeah.
Or a Ziti app?
Great question. Hold on, let me see. Because I have to try a Ziti. Maybe a Ziti app?
I like the Ziti app.
A Z app. An app Ziti is not bad.
I guess it really depends. What is it more? Is it more of an appetizer or more of a Ziti? What was the size? I feel like that one.
It was more of a Ziti.
It was more of a Ziti?
Yeah, because I was like, Ma, you can't make a Ziti as an app. People have no fucking room for dinner.
No, you could do it.
Yeah, well, that's how you're a renegade. Because I was cool with it. But I was just like, I thought it was fun. Yeah, you're like, app, you usually think like,
For Christmas, too.
Yeah, it was ripping.
I love that, though.
Yeah. It was Ziti. Yeah, so you got to go more Ziti on the name.
Right.
I was calling it light. I was saying it's a light ziti.
Was it though?
No.
Ziti's hard to make light.
No, that's why. That's why it was fun, because you go. The light signifies that it's an app.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah. But it's not light. You know, hey, Dad, come on, get a little light ziti.
Get a light ziti in you. A ziti jog. Get a little ziti jog in you. It's not a full run, but it's not a walk.
Yeah, jog around the corner on ziti.
Yeah. Jog around the corner on the ziti. That's fun.
Yeah, just eat ziti and then jog. That's a ridiculous. That should be a YouTube contest.
That should be a YouTube contest. People would throw up everywhere. But you're not going to be able to do it because no one's making ziti.
That's true. Oh, God, I'm dying. I can't even stand this app.
All right, we're at an hour.
Oh, God. How do we get on ziti? Oh, from On the Lam. We got all the way back from On the Lam.
There's so much. I want to go.
Play to ziti, and then you came up with the great play to ziti for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying that nonstop.
Play to ziti.
I took this sweetheart out for a play to ziti.
Oh my God.
And everyone's gonna, just real quick before we finish. Everyone, you gotta understand, they're gonna know you didn't take her out for a play to ziti, like we said. It doesn't exist. So right away, they're gonna get what you're saying. They're gonna catch your drift. You know? Oh yeah, we went out for a play to ziti. They're going to be like, oh, is that, like, you didn't actually. No, of course not. That's just fucking dinner.
No, you don't know?
Yeah.
That's what we call dinner now. Play ziti.
Ah! There you go, people.
Oh, stuffed shells. Fuck.
Shells. Shells played a huge part of my life from that killed me.
Oh, dude. I love stuffed shells.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
Okay. Adios.
All right.